because whether women want to accept it or not, you want a guy that can fuck other girls. But men do not want their girl fucking other dudes. They just don't.
Honestly,
it's biology.
A girl actually would like a man more, knowing, like, okay, so let's say maybe a guy's interested in me, right? I'm like, no. Now I see that guy with another girl. Now I'm like, yo, he's actually kind of cute right now. You feel me? Like,
you're right. A lot of women think like
that.
Yeah,
no. What you described is something called pre-selection. Thank you.
Yeah.
We talk about it on this podcast all the time.
It's also part of her trauma. Like,
bro, we're not we're not talking about my.
We're not going into personal life right now.
We're on like pretend we don't know each other.
No. Here's the thing. It's not trauma. It's actually deep rooted biological fact. Like women want men that are pre-selected by other women. It's a safety.
Yes, literally.
It's a safety mechanism.
That's why I literally, for my homeboys, I'm always a wing woman. Like I'll be like, oh whatever, and 5 seconds later, these 3 women are there. I'm like, okay, perfect, bye. Like literally, like.
I mean,
a hot woman will make a guy look.
It's simple.
They don't want you because of you. They want you because of me.
No,
okay?
they want you because they know you are likable, and they know someone else might get you, so that you're like, hey, let me get the goods before someone else does. I don't know if it's really that good, but I gotta get it before someone else does. So
it's simple, ladies. Like women want to be with guys that other girls want to be with.
Facts.
I mean, you go to a nightclub
Facts.
where all the girls concentrated in the VIP with the 2 guys there and 30 girls, and all the other guys have the scraps. It's been that way since the beginning of time. I don't know if you know this. Patriarchy, right? Since the beginning of time, women have only procreated with about 40% of men, whereas 99% of women have procreated. What does that tell you? Women, they fuck with a small percentage of men. So women want men that other women want. It's not her having trauma. It's her deep-rooted female biological instinct to want a man that is pre-selected by other women. I mean, we gotta. Like, I get it. I can tell you adhere to certain, social justice warrior traits and everything else like that, which I'm not knocking you for, but I always say reality does not conform to social constructs. And what I mean by that is society wants to tell you men and women are the same. We're 100% equal. You can do anything a boy can do.
Society wants to not tell you that. That's what you're learning. That's what you're preaching.
No. It's actually the other way around.
You're trying to hold up what society is saying.
Can I finish? And then you can 100% give you a chance to make your point. We live in a very politically correct world where we tell men and women are the same. Little boys, you can be anything a little girl. We tell little girls, hey, you could do anything a little boy does, etc. We're very different. Like, as a matter of fact, me saying this stuff right now, we've gotten canceled off TikTok, etc. for talking like this. Like, when you acknowledge
because TikTok is run by China that likes to control.
Which proves my point even further that we got kicked off a platform that is made by China, which teaches traditional gender roles. Proves my point even further. But anyway, continuing on. Yeah, I mean, we're taught in a world nowadays that men and women are the same, and they're really not at all. So go ahead. What were you going to say? I mean, if you're going to argue a point, then argue the point. Sure, I'm here to listen.
So who's going to take me out to dinner?
Hey, yo,
don't bite.
Well, she can take you because she relieves inequality.
Hey, yo, no, thank you.
No, bitch, I will. I mean,
honestly, she does though.
Yeah,
she does.
For real, I'll take all you girls out to dinner. I don't give a fuck.
But here's the
I would
thing.
rather take a girl out to dinner because these guys are obviously not treating them right.
Wait, what?
If you're in a controlling relationship, please come this way. We will teach you how to not be in a controlling relationship and make a lot more money than these dudes that are controlling you.
Your voice.
I
don't know if are you referring to like guys in general that control, or are you talking about us? I'm confused here.
Plants can't eat food.
You're not in a relationship.
Plants can't eat food. Fresh, but plant food.
You're funny.
So,
plants actually do eat food.
Yeah,
so anyway, but was there anything there I said that was incorrect or whatever? I mean, as far as like men and women are different, you're saying that society teaches us what I'm saying? I respectfully disagree.
Okay, that's where you learned it from, though.
I mean, the education system is run by women. If you go to a college campus right now and you say the type of things I'm saying, you're going to get kicked off campus.
As I feel like
cricket
should not continue to preach that.
but that proves my point that we live in a world nowadays that the female way of thinking is the correct way of thinking.
But not really. Also, because I'm sorry to interrupt you, but because in the Congress or like in the Senate or whatever, that's mostly run by men, no?
Old men, yes.
Usually
that should have been gone a long time ago.
And the vice president is a woman. So I mean, like, guys, we can sit here. We can sit here and argue and everything else like that about, things aren't equal or whatever it is. Like, I would say in today's day and age, the reality is this. Women have all the privileges and accesses that men have. And on top of that, you guys have certain accesses and privileges that men don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have more rights as a woman nowadays than as a man. Women are winning.
I'm for it.
Women are winning. So I don't know why the complaints.
So tell
about
us again what we even need men for. I'm real confused.
Dream work makes the dream work.
Whoa.
We need your sperm. We can just like get a little syringe for that. I think.
Whoa.
So
Well, I mean,
if I'm
women-
Praying
I know,
mantis
I
style,
need-
y'all
I
just
need a
use men
man.
for sex, get their sperm, kill them off. Yeah, I think that's probably the best bet.
No, no. I need a good
Wow.
man in my life.
Whoa.
I think that's just your opinion here.
Yo.
Because you're shooting it very far with that one.
Ooh.
no.
She's trying to kill it.
Question. Are you familiar with the term
I'm about to
misandry?
kill it.
No, I said praying mantis style.
Okay. Are you familiar with the term misandry?
No.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not surprised. Okay.
What is
so,
that? I want to know.
maybe later on I'll do any of you know what misandry means?
No, explain.
Oh, so
Okay.
tell-
Do you guys know what misogyny means?
Yes.
Mhm.
What does
Yes.
misogyny mean?
I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but I know what it means.
What does it mean?
I'm not like good at it.
Okay.
All right.
I
So,
know I'm not like good
anyway.
at explaining. Like,
Lauren, you want the
Okay.
definition? Sure.
It-
Show for the chat. You know what? Fuck it, Lauren.
no,
Fuck it.
you're right. I
Sorry,
don't have a
sorry,
thesaurus.
I'm doing it for the chat.
You guys are
misandry. Okay. The dislike of contempt for or ingrained prejudice against men. All right. Cool. And then we're gonna do the sister term, misogyny, which everyone throws around nowadays. Dislike of contempt for or ingrained prejudice against women. So the same exact thing, basically whatever. So it's
That's
pretty.
what I assumed it was.
The comment had a little bit of misandry in it, but that's fine. We ain't gonna say nothing about it. So, I respectfully disagree. Women need men to survive.
Huh?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I think it's a symbiosis. Men need women just as much as women need men.
Let me clarify. Men need women to propagate a society. We do not need you guys for survival.
Men need women for reproduction.
Yeah.
You cannot have no kids without sperm.
The
At all.
entire
You can't have no kids without an egg.
well,
Exactly.
here's the thing, ladies. Let's say all the men evaporated right now.
Mm-hmm.
Within a day or two, the infrastructure would collapse. The power grids, all the jobs that keep the world the world running the way it is with the first world is dominated by men. Women do not work these jobs. 99% of inventions created by men. I'm not saying men are better than women. It's just that when it comes to survival, you need men.
But I also feel
That's
like
why a matriarchy. That's why you can't tell me a matriarchy that stood the test of time. It's because they didn't have men to protect them. Therefore, they were killed by the men.
Yeah, they controlled the men. There's actually like a famous prostitute that like took over an entire kingdom and controlled all of the men.
What's the name?
I don't know.
Yeah, of course you don't.
I'm gonna try to
There
find it.
is no
But,
matriarchy
like,
that stood the test of time. It's probably
look
a
it up
fiction
right
novel.
now. It's an Asian prostitute that literally took over an entire kingdom.
Okay, I know someone in the chat's gonna
With
fact
sex?
check that one.
Someone definitely
A
gonna
female?
search it.
Yes, 100%.
An Asian woman that's a
An
prostitute
Asian
that
Look it
took
up.
over an Asian
prostitute
kingdom.
woman
Look it up.
That took over
That's
a
definitely
kingdom.
fiction.
Look it up.
All right,
It's definitely
Look it up.
fiction.
I also
anyway.
feel like men are given more opportunity from birth. Like you have more opportunity than me. You definitely have more
How
opportunity
so?
than her.
How so?
As a man,
How
just
so?
period. As a man, you have more opportunity. Like don't men get still paid more on the dollar than women?
Yeah, that's still a fact.
That's
okay. That's false for real.
That's 100% false.
They changed it for real.
The wage
Yeah.
gap based on gender is 100% false.
That's
You
so
dead?
bad. Nah, I've never seen that shit. Everyone gets paid the same at this point. Like if you enter a job and you have
I don't know.
if you
I've-
enter a
I've-
job and you have a certain type of status in that job for how long you've been there, that's depending on how much you get paid. Otherwise than that, just because of you having a dick and balls, you're not getting paid more nowadays.
I've seen women like how you said at what's it called, construction plants or whatever. They won't get paid the same as a man.
You triggered my
because they do
trap
more.
card.
So,
I know.
But that's
that's what I'm
construction.
saying.
I'm just gonna,
Construction wise,
But
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like
I'm just
okay,
going to
so-
debunk this right now. There is no wage gap solely because of gender. The reason why women earn less money than men, well, number one, that the 80 cents on the dollar, 70 cents on the dollar, that feminists like to spew all the time, that comes from all working men versus all working women. They don't account for career worked, hours worked, degrees, experience, danger of job. They don't account for any of that. Just all it's just basically all men that are full-time and all women that are full-time. So that's number one. That's the number one issue. Number two, women work jobs that are less strenuous than men, less physically intensive. That's fine, but those are the jobs that tend to pay more, dangerous, strenuous jobs. Number two, women work less hours than men on average. Women take more vacation time than men on average. They're less likely to argue for higher wages. They're more agreeable. They're less competitive. these are all things that are ingrained biologically in women. So it is what it is. Like, women don't earn less money because they're women. They earn less money because of choice. As a matter of fact, let's take it a step further. College campuses now are dominated by women. Like, almost 3/4 of college campuses are run by women. So women nowadays, especially, have more chance to make more money than men, but they still don't. Why? Because they don't want to go into STEM. They want to go into jobs that pay less, social work, etc. Men dominate STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Women dominate jobs that are less paying, sociology, teaching, education, etc. So, and here's another thing. You go into Scandinavian countries, right? Jordan Peterson talks about this. Shout out to him. That's one of the most egalitarian societies we have, which means equal. And the women, when you and they showed that when egalitarian is at its highest, the genders actually go into what they want to do even more. Men tend to be more interested in things. Women tend to be more interested in people. And unfortunately, the jobs that are more interested in people don't pay as much because they're not as necessary to the infrastructure. So it's not that women get paid less because they're women. They get paid less because of life decisions. And as a matter of fact, it's illegal to pay women less because of the Labor Act from the 70s.
From the 70s.
Well said.
Yeah.
All right, and here's some facts.
It was actually the
Dorkhead.
female pirate Ching Shi, but
Thank
it was
you.
her husband who controlled the pirate fleet, Xing Ye. Okay.
All right. So,
Thanks for that, Dorkhead.
There you
I
go.
knew someone was going to fact check it. But yeah, the wage gap myth.
Teamwork
it
makes
is a
the
myth.
dream work.
Huh?
They just even said it. Teamwork makes the dream work. She
There you
did not
go.
do that shit alone.
Yeah, you
Right.
can't. So yeah, the wage gap myth does not. It exists because of choice, not because of a woman being a woman. It's illegal to pay a woman less. And just let's use a little bit of logic here, ladies.
Bing bong.
If I owned a business, right, and I can get away with paying a woman 80 cents on the dollar, I would never hire a motherfucker.
Exactly.
Exactly.
What- what-
You're saving
Wait,
so
let
much
me-
money.
Let me say it another way. Okay, so I'm going to school for X-ray tech, right?
Yeah.
And I was just in clinicals like a month ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, whatever. So I was placed in clinical on a clinical site with this what's that word? It's not coworker,
Colleague.
colleague,
Mhm.
whatever. They sent a colleague with me. It was a boy or whatever. And like sometimes I would go grab a patient. Hey, what's your name? Your name is da 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 da. When's your birthday? Whatever. And I would start asking them questions like, oh, what's the reason for you coming in? Said da da da. And I'm talking to you. I'm asking you these questions, and it's this, that, and the third or whatever to him. And I'm like, but I'm the one that brought you here. It's me. Hello, look at me. And it's like, they just look at men first. Like people just look at men first to talk to them first. And it's just like,
That has nothing to do with pay,
hey.
though. The
I mean, no,
discussion was
yeah,
about
I'm not
pay.
saying, I'm not now. I mean, obviously
that's
that you've made
your-
your point. Now that you've made your point, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something else. Like,
And as a matter of fact, they did a study at Google, and they found that the women actually get
Made
paid
more.
more than the men.
Yeah.
okay, but now I'm not talking about that. You've made your point.
Okay.
I listened to your point, and
Okay.
you made your.
So you're
you made
saying
a
that
point.
the guy got preference over you at X-ray facility?
That's your experience.
Not an X-ray facility. I just mean like period. Like I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to give you a conversation. I'm asking you questions, and you're answering him. He's not even talking to you.
Okay.
I'm talking to
Well,
you.
I guarantee you, if let's say that person went into a daycare and they were going to leave the child, they would be more interested in speaking to you and not the guy.
I mean, that's probably true.
Men and women are different.
Bing bong.
They are. I never said they weren't.
So, I mean, that might happen. People might have ingrained prejudices and or sexist ideas in their head where they might want to talk to the man instead of the woman.
And they do. What I'm saying is that they do a lot more.
Okay.
Than you know.
Well, welcome to reality. Reality is sexist. You get into nightclubs for free,
I
correct?
understand.
Well, a
not
woman
all
just
the
showed
time.
us that she can make $45K a week on selling farts.
Not all
Reality
the time.
is sexist.
But not all the time. I don't get into clubs all the time for free.
Why not?
I don't know. 'Cause I
Okay.
go late.
The point is that
Like, go late.
Like, yeah, I'll go late.
the point
Like,
is
what the fuck?
that
It's
the
like 1 o'clock.
opportunity,
Whose fault is
I'll go
that?
out
the
1 o'clock in the
opportunity is
morning or
afforded to you
whatever.
It's all
because
about
you're a
the
woman.
choices. See, we all got
Like
choices.
you're
today.
missing the point. The opportunity is afforded to you because of the fact that you are a woman, which in itself is sexist. So what I'm saying is that sexism exists. It's a part of reality. There's certain benefits that you get as a woman that I don't get. You don't have to enter into the selective service, but I do. That's sexism. No one bats an eye. But if a woman like doesn't get preferential treatment, that's sexist. I mean, I don't know. I think it's crazy. I think reality is sexist. It is what it is. You just gotta take the punches, and
Yeah,
is what it
because
is.
what the fuck are you gonna do?
we get hit with sexism too. It's just that men don't complain about it as much as women do. Like men just accept it. Like you ain't gonna get in the club for free, bro. You ain't gonna get the same level of girls that a woman can get as guys. It is what it is, man. Like,
Bing bong.
yeah. Anything else?
No.
No. Did you have something?
No, that's true.
Do you believe in the wage gap as well?
I mean, You stated the fact. I'll
Right,
believe
what
your
am I
fact.
supposed to say to your fact? I don't got no facts.
I don't
You
know.
got the facts.
I don't have the facts, but I mean, I know a lot of successful women, so I would hope so.
It's fantastic. And women, I predict in the next 10 years or so, women are going to out-earn men.
I hope
Probably.
They're gonna what?
They're going to
I'm on a
out-earn
mission for
men.
that.
I predict in the next 10 to 15 years. That's actually very bad.
Isn't there a higher
Why?
population of women now?
Yeah, there's more women than men.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a big problem right
and I
now.
predict, like, here's the thing. I know you're saying that's awesome, that's great, but for most women, that's actually really bad.
Yeah, it's
Why?
bad.
Because as a woman earns more money and becomes more successful, she is not capable of dating below her socioeconomic status.
That means a lot
Oh my
more
God.
single moms.
Or lesbians.
Or women that just won't find a guy. There's
That
going to be
too.
more single women.
Cats and dogs.
Yep.
Yeah, it's okay.
Best in Chewy.
There's going to be a lot more. They predict over 50% of women are going to be single in the next 10 years, which I predict as well because women are not capable of dating down socioeconomically. Men are, however. So what I think is going to happen is you're going to see a lot more guys with multiple women. Is what you're going to see. Women are willing to share guys at a certain level.
Bing bong. All right, super
What'd
chat.
you say?
Bing bong.
I said women are willing to share men at a certain level.
Any of you married giving marriage advice?
Well, here's the thing.
Oh, that's what I thought. I
But
just
they're
wanted
not-
to be clear.
They're not really giving marriage advice.
If I was married
they're
to
giving you
I
advice.
would rather jack off hot sauce.
Trust me, you would never have a chance to be
I
married to
would
me.
rather jack off with hot sauce.
So
You
here's the thing.
probably do that on a regular basis
Yes.
for fun.
So here's the thing you got to understand. Again, men and women are not the same. I think I've said that a million times now, but it's a man's job to attain the girl. It's the girl's job to retain the guy after she fucks him. So we're able to help women keep their guy because we tell them what men actually want and think.
That's so fun.
And there's no bullshit. There's no
Yeah.
agenda. It's just the truth.
So I mean, trying to
I don't know,
shame
but
us for not.
clearly not any of you have been able to keep a female.
I was married.
Yeah.
And
it
you
was
didn't
weird.
keep her,
And
correct?
I left.
He left the relationship.
Period.
So I-
He decided
Because
to
he
get
chose the
divorced.
wrong one to begin with.
Choosing your life.
That might be true.
That
Yeah.
However, I could choose right now, but I don't want to.
You got to understand that men and women are different, and men and women have different goals when it comes to sex and relationships. If you leave a man to his own devices, he's going to want to have sex with as many beautiful women as he can. A woman, if you leave her to her own devices, is going to want to get the best man that she can get.
Why can you not have that with marriage?
Being
What?
married for men is not the same as for women. And just to answer your question earlier, yeah, I've learned now that for most men, being married is a bad bet. So I don't want to be married. At
Yeah.
least here in the States.
Marriage benefits women immensely. It actually hurts men. So for a
So
guy,
why do you want it so bad?
Who said that we want it?
that?
Who?
We don't want it.
They're literally giving advice on it. You want people to be married and procreate and all these things. This is what you said
no,
that
they
it-
don't
the
want-
patriarchy needs to uphold.
I simply
long-term
stated, yeah, I feel,
I feel
not-
like-
I even merch. What I've noticed from this conversation is you extrapolate certain things that you want to kind of tack onto, and you don't really listen to the entire context of the conversation. I simply stated that there seems to be a strong trend where when the family unit is broken down, it leads to degeneracy. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but the family units you're saying are broken down because women want to leave for financial reasons. That is what you said. That's your statistic. Women want to leave for financial reasons. That's what breaks down the family unit. So the males apparently are gone from their lives. So how successful were they? Like, it's real confusing because you're giving these statistics, but they're not making sense.
It makes
I
perfect
think-
sense.
I think the show is just to show women and men like what the statistics are and what you can and cannot do, or like not what you can and cannot do, but like if this is what you want to do, this is the outcome. If this is what you want to do, this is the outcome. You're taking it more as if like these people are telling you this is how we think, and then you're responding, well, this is how I feel, rather than this is a general.
No, this is
statistic.
these people and how they think and how the people that they've got to watch their show think. This isn't how
Okay.
everybody thinks, but they're speaking as if this is
no,
how the
they're
world
speaking on
thinks.
their statistic. I'm not. Like,
I mean, you
that's
got
their
men here
general.
from all over the world. You can see the super chats coming in from different parts of the world. We got Australia, we got Great Britain, Europe, Saudi Arabia, Qatar. Literally the entire globe is in here, and they're
Africa.
all agreeing on what we're telling you as far as like how men view women and how we view relationships. Now, you said earlier, none of you are married. That's a terrible insult to a guy because, like I told you before, leave a man to his devices. If a guy has a blue check, status, money, etc., what's he gonna want to do? He's gonna want to have sex with girls. That's kind of what we have. So we're not gonna sit here and get bogged down by one girl. Women look for security in relationships and want marriage. Men tend to not look for that if they don't have to. So you're using a metric of success that isn't for men. That's a metric of success for women.
No, your success, you're saying that you want all of these women. So you don't actually want the wife. So
Not
but
right
you
now.
have such a strong opinion
right now.
about the wife.
Not right now.
But you said guys don't want hoes, but you
Yes.
want the hoes. Like literally, you're choosing.
They
all
wanna
of
That's
them.
what they
fuck
said at the
them.
beginning. That
Yeah,
everything is
but,
about
like,
choice. They want to
exactly.
have sex with hoes. They want to get married to a housewife. You cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. Therefore, you put boundaries in place from the beginning, because if not, you're lost like this guy, and then you should leave. Because if not, then the girl goes out every weekend, and if she has 5 girls that are hoes, if you sleep with the dogs, you're gonna wake up with fleas. So therefore, you don't get with the fucking dogs that have
was a
fleas.
good
But the
one.
guy that
And,
wants to have the
and,
hoes.
and the husband will not. I will not go to the
But you want to
pound
marry
and
the
get a
guy
dog
that
with
wants to have
fleas
all the hoes,
from
so
the
that you
outside.
know
No.
that in his relationship he's not going to be happy with you. He wants all the hoes.
What?
Why
That's
would
not-
you choose
no,
that?
Nobody even said that.
That's
You're not
literally what they're
listening.
saying. They're saying
not
that I want to
listening.
fuck all the hoes right now,
Yes.
but eventually I'm going to want to get married. But I
To a
don't want my
housewife.
girl to
Yes.
fuck all the hoes right now because she's going to eventually want to marry me.
At the end of the day, yes, we're all sexist, and that's just how it is. We're not the same. Guys get more value in fucking more. If you get a guy that fucks you and he sucks in bed, you really want him?
But
No,
even
he better have
women.
fucked 20, 30, 40 people before he fucked me, so he has his experience. But if I fuck 20, 30, 40 guys and
Go ahead, continue.
and yo, my,
She didn't
my,
say it, guys.
my
She didn't
pussy,
say it.
my, you know, your
She
pussy,
stopped
you know,
it.
my
She's
pussy
catching
game is
herself.
gonna literally like, you know, loosen, but their dick game is gonna get on point. So there's different, like, there's just different things for different people. Everybody has their role. Everybody does what they have to do. They have their role in this podcast, and we have our role. It's not because we're females. It's not because they're men. It's because it's their podcast, and we're the pretty females that come on their podcast. And you know, why do they're not saying get married or don't get married? They're saying
If
in this
you want to get
if you
married.
want to get married, great. If you're married and you're
No,
watching
they're
this,
saying this is the way
there's-
to find a husband is to be submissive
No.
and to do
No,
these
that's
things.
not
but
what they're
No,
saying.
they're
That's
not.
literally what he
no,
said.
No,
That's
they're
not
not.
what they're
They're
saying.
basically they're saying that basically on this platform, in this podcast that we're doing right now, we're helping other couples understand different perspectives. I have
Not
it on me.
one person here is in a successful, happy relationship giving
you?
a relationship advice.
Are you?
Are you?
I'm not giving relationship
No,
advice. I'm
are
giving
you in a
anti-relationship
relationship?
But you're
advice.
Are you in a
saying
successful
about
relationship where
how
you're happy?
other women have to be in relationships. You've been saying this whole night, oh, I teach women how to da 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 da, but you're
are
also
you?
not even in a relationship.
To not be in unhappy relationships. Yes, they're teaching them to be in
Girl.
unhappy
But maybe
relationships.
if she's happy to be alone rather than an unhappy relationship, then kudos
Who
to her.
says I'm
No,
alone?
yeah, that's
I've
what I'm
got
saying.
multiple people that fucking love
That's
me.
even worse. You're saying that on live. The fact
So
that you
then
just
that-
admit
that's
that.
about it.
No.
I'm not fucking shy about this
So
shit.
the fact that you
I know about
Stop
it.
yelling.
Yo.
Stop yelling.
That's hilarious because the
Relax.
fact that
Calm
you
down.
try to.
Everybody
breath.
knows about it. We
Take a
all
deep breath.
love.
Relax.
There's
Who's
no
first?
control.
Baby, it's all love. It's all love. But look, it's funny because you try to attack me earlier about being a hoe, but you here admitting that you got multiple partners, sweetheart. You need to
no.
check
I said
That I have
yourself.
multiple people that
You need to
love
check
me.
yourself.
She did say it.
That
It's
is
not
what I
about
said.
loving
She
you.
said-
Correct my
She said-
words. What?
She did. She
I
said-
said I
But
have
what?
multiple people that
love
love
her.
me.
You can say that all
That
you
is
want,
what I
but you
said.
just admitted to almost being a hoe, baby. I'm gonna just let
baby,
you know.
I'm not the one taking money from my pussy.
Sweetheart, who said I sell
Girl.
pussy?
You just said that. You said you give happy endings and everything.
It
You're
was a
screaming on the
joke.
mic.
It was a
Relax.
No,
joke.
she was dead
It was
serious
Sweetheart,
about it.
joke.
I don't sell pussy, baby. I don't.
a joke.
I give massages and I take people's money for speaking to me, sweetheart. There's a difference between being a hoe and a sugar baby. You might want to learn that because you're not a sugar baby.
Right, because your porn
Sweetheart,
friends are
learn
fools.
your facts because you're really all over the place and you're not listening to shit.
No, you're
Shit
just
here,
triggered
baby.
Because you sold your pussy
No,
before.
you're
Baby, even if I
triggered.
did, I got more than 10 bands for selling my pussy. You think I give a fuck about what you gotta say, bitch?
You just gave a fuck about the girl that made $45,000 selling her farts.
I
but you
just
wanna sell
said,
your pussy for
I
10
just
grand
said,
and take it away?
congratulations.
She
I
didn't
just
say
said,
good for her.
good for her, bitch. Cause you know what? That girl's doing
weird
something. She
for
getting more
good for
money than you. I can tell you that right now. She just made 45 grand in a week. Do you even make 40 grand in a year?
Baby, do you know
That
what 45
sounds-
grand look like? I
Do
can
you-
take that to the fucking gamble.
Okay, go do it. Why are you here? Cause if you had that type of money, you wouldn't be here.
No, literally, my friend asked me to be here. I didn't really even want to be
I
here.
mean,
I
you're
didn't
the
know
most.
anything about this
You're
podcast.
actually the only person that's here that's actually been the most actual pissed off in every conversation. You don't listen to anything that has been said.
I know you're very mind controlled, and it's okay.
Sweetheart,
You
mind
really
controlled
want to-
where? Mind controlled where? Baby, I broke up with my boyfriend because I don't have to deal with no little ass boys. You're here being a feminist, talking about women don't have the right to think a certain way, this and the third. Baby, I've been on this show plenty of times. I have no
She's
worried
disagreed
about
with us
that.
plenty of times too.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that shit. Okay, sweetheart? You have a problem with somebody telling you what to do. That's your
100%,
problem.
100%.
That's your
Everybody should
problem.
have a
That's
problem
why
with
you're
somebody telling
unhappy
them
and you're
what to do.
single.
That's why you have your own mind. You don't know how to think
Baby.
for yourself. You want other people to think
This
for
is the
you and
Karen
tell you.
episode they
This
were
is a
talking
Karen
about.
episode because this is the biggest Karen on the
Exactly what they
show.
were talking about.
And Luna,
Like, yo, it's hilarious
you
because it's
said,
just like I
you
wouldn't be
wanted
a
to kill
friend
men, by
with
the
you
way.
because
I didn't
the fact
say
that
that.
you
I
think
said
like
they can
that.
take a tip
No,
from
no, you said Karen
Like, you're a
episode.
mess.
I said they can
Alright.
take a
You're a
tip
fucking
from
mess.
praying mantises that use men for sex and then rip their heads off.
You're one of
You
them.
said the KILL word.
I did say the KILL word.
All right, so there you go.
All right. That was fantastic.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Somebody clip that.
All right. So
Shut
Ready.
I don't even know where we were there. Anybody else have any comments or disagreements or anything?